power's on, but...
Guys, something
Initiate
just
system calibration.
appeared on my monitor.
Doesn't
I
look
did
like we've got
nothing
any
about it.
options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on. Alright. Looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call, broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately. Okay. Now to see if anyone picks up the signal.
Alright, it seems like we can respond to her. I'm receiving your signal and I'm very confused about it because I did nothing to be watching this right now. It just appeared on my monitor. Who are you?
Oh, thank goodness, someone's there. I'm Stella. It's kind of a crazy story how this signal even reached you. Who are you? And how did you end up getting my distress call?
Well, my name is Oleksios, and this call just appeared on my monitor seconds ago. I did nothing to receive it, so I'm just as confused as you are right now.
Alexios, nice to meet you, even if it's under these strange circumstances. So, Alexios, I have to ask, how is it possible that you're receiving my distress signal all the way from Earth? The technology we're using is supposed to be pretty advanced, but I didn't think it was capable of just popping up on someone's monitor out of nowhere.
Well, I have no idea, but I can see that you are in some kind of a spacecraft, right? And you are in an astronaut suit. But it looks surreal to me, because I'm absolutely not familiar with the technology that I can now see.
Yeah, it's definitely real. This is my life pod. It's where I ended up after. Well, after things didn't go as planned with my mission. The suit's standard issue for space travel. It's got all sorts of built-in systems for survival and communication. Though I have to say, the view you're getting is probably better than what I'm seeing from in here right now.
Where are you right now? Could you tell me this? Also, I can hear that there is a disturbing alarm sound in the background. Should we worry about it?
Right now, I'm on the planet Gaia. The alarm, it's just a low-level warning. It's not critical, but it's definitely annoying. It's been going off since I landed. Speaking of which, I'm actually having a bit of a problem here. The pod's exit is stuck, and I need to figure out how to get it open. Have you ever dealt with anything like that before?
She's on a different planet? No, I haven't. And I'm surprised that you are now on a different planet than Earth. Well, maybe let's focus right now on your problem. You're saying that there is something off with the door. Could you maybe take a look at the system? did it send any error messages?
Let me check the console real quick. There's no specific error message. It just says door control failure. That's not super helpful, but it does tell us it's not just a physical blockage. There's some kind of system issue going on.
Alright, then it might be problematic if this is all the information that we have right now. Could you maybe take a look at this door and maybe look around it in order to see if there are any breaks around it or something that shouldn't be as it is right now?
Alright, I'm going to take a closer look around the door frame and see if there's anything out of place.
Shit. She's on a different planet. But we do not have the technology to do this.
Okay, I'm back. There's some visible damage to the frame, like it's warped a bit from the landing.
Oh.
I can see a few small gaps where the seal isn't perfect, but nothing that looks like it should be causing the door to completely fail. There's also some exposed wiring near the hinges that might be worth looking into.
Yes. In that case, I believe you should focus on the wires. And you said that they are exposed. I don't know whether they should be or not, but if they shouldn't, then you should take a look at it. Indeed.
Good idea. I've got some basic repair tools with me. Screwdrivers, wire cutters, that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can work with these exposed wires. There are a couple of wires here that look like they might have been disconnected or damaged. I can see a red one and a green one. What do you think? Should I try to reconnect them? Or maybe cut them out if they're damaged?
Alright. First you should probably focus on reconnecting the wires together and see if this works. I don't think that cutting any of them will do anything, but if after reconnecting them the door still doesn't open, then please cut off the broken wires. Maybe it will fix it.
Alright, that sounds like a solid plan. I'm going to try reconnecting those wires now. Hopefully, this will do the trick. I really appreciate your help through this, Alexios. I'm going to give it a shot now. Wish me luck.
Alright, she disconnected. I don't know why. She could have stayed on the call. Shit, I had no idea what to advise her. I'm not an engineer. God damn it. She should have known it better than me. Why am I the one advising her? But she was on a different planet. That's insane. And she's texting something.
It worked! The wires were It worked! The wires were definitely the problem. Once I got them reconnected properly, the system recognized it and the hatch released. I'm out of the pod now. Thank you so much for walking me through that.
Okay, she's calling me back, it seems.
I honestly thought I was done for. This is Gaia. It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild. No. The others... There was this solar storm, and it was just so much worse than we expected.
A solar storm. Could you tell me a little bit more your current situation? Because from what I know right now, you made an emergency exit from your main ship, right? And now it seems that you are alone on a foreign planet.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The storm just... it came out of nowhere. Way stronger than predicted. The ship's systems couldn't handle it, and we had to evacuate. I don't know where the others landed or if they're okay. It's really unsettling not knowing. I'm just hoping they made it somewhere safe.
Yeah, I hope that they are as safe as you are right now. But I'm confused because the technology that I'm seeing and the fact that you are on a foreign planet, my human civilization on Earth doesn't possess this kind of technology. Could you tell me maybe what year is it at your place?
It's 2065 for me. Yeah, we've made some pretty big leaps in tech,
2065.
especially with space travel and communication. The Star Portal network is what lets us connect like this across such huge distances. It's still kind of mind-blowing to think about, honestly. What about you? What were you up to when you got my call?
Well, I was just doing my stuff. I will maybe explain it later on, but now let's focus on the fact that at my place it is 2025, so it seems that you are 40 years into future. And that's just insane. Do you have any idea how this is at all possible? You talked about this starport connection or something.
Honestly, it's still a bit mysterious even to us. The Star Portal network uses higher dimensional space to connect different points across the universe. It's like folding space-time to make distances irrelevant. But how a signal from 2065 ends up in 2025? That's way beyond my understanding. The network's topology is incredibly complex, and sometimes things just happen. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah, are there any other documented cases of connecting to the past or any other weird anomalies related to this starporter?
There are some unexplained events in the records, but nothing concrete about connecting to the past like this. Mostly just glitches or lost transmissions. It's making me wonder if this is some kind of anomaly or if there's something about Gaia's system that's different. Have you ever dealt with anything like this before, Alexios? Even just something that felt completely out of place?
Well, not quite, I must say. I'm basically living a regular life on Earth. And so no.
I guess that makes this even stranger then. You're seeing all this from a completely normal perspective while I'm, well, literally on another world trying to figure things out. It's a bit overwhelming, to be honest. Have you ever felt completely lost or helpless, even if it wasn't anything as extreme as this?
Well, yes. There were times at which I felt lost and helpless. But I guess it was easier for me because I wasn't on a foreign planet, so I could just maybe lie in my bed for a couple of hours, and then my emotions would get back to normal in most cases.
That sounds comforting in a way. Just having a familiar place to retreat to can make a big difference. I don't really have that luxury here. Everything is so unfamiliar, and I don't even know what's safe or what I should be looking out for.
Yeah, I can imagine. I didn't ask for your name yet. Could you tell me? And also, if it's fine, could you tell me how are you feeling right now on this foreign planet?
I'm Stella Chen Harper. Nice to meet you properly, even under these circumstances. As for how I'm feeling, I'm relieved to be alive, but there's this constant edge of worry. Not knowing what's out there, or if anyone else made it, it's hard to shake off.
Yes, I can imagine. But I can see that there is oxygen on this planet. That's crazy, and it seems very Earth-like. Did you make any scans of this planet from the outer space? And did you see any animals?
We did some scans before the accident, but nothing super detailed. Mostly just atmospheric composition and basic terrain mapping. Gaia does look pretty Earth-like from orbit though. The green forests stretch out forever. As for animals, I haven't seen any yet, but that doesn't mean they're not out there. The silence is actually kind of eerie. No birds chirping or anything. Just the wind in the grass.
Alright, but I'm worried, do you have any supplies in order to survive in this environment? Or do you have any means in order to get out of this planet if needed? Also, what are your plans on doing now?
Pod had some emergency rations and water, but they're limited. I've got a few tools that survive the landing, like a drill and some repair gear, but nothing that'll get me off the planet. I don't want to rush into anything without thinking it through. I'm going to take a moment to gather my thoughts, figure out what I have, and then decide on a next step after we're done talking.
Alright then, so if we have no rush in this situation, then maybe I could ask you, what made you explore the stars?
I was always captivated by the stars, even as a kid. I remember this one broadcast about a mission to Gaia when I was 12. It just clicked. I started reading everything I could about space, built my own little projects. There's something about the mystery of it all, you know? The idea that there's so much we don't know, and that we could actually go find out. It felt like the ultimate adventure.
Yeah, I'm curious. How is it like to explore the outer space? And how does life on space vessel look like? What do you do in such a spacecraft usually, and what are your missions?
It's amazing! Every day's different. Sometimes it's intense, like when we're dealing with equipment issues or navigating through tricky asteroid fields. Other times, it's quiet, just routine checks, data analysis, and enjoying the view. My main job is studying cosmic radiation. We were on a mission to observe some unusual activity in Gaia's star when everything went sideways. It's a mix of science, problem solving, and just taking it all in. There's nothing quite like seeing a new planet up close for the first time.
And during your explorations, did you meet any other than human or other than Earth life forms in the outer space? Did your civilization make those contacts already? Because in 2025 we haven't yet.
Not yet. So far, it's just been us humans out here. We found some interesting microbial life on a couple of moons, but nothing intelligent or complex. It's kind of surprising, actually. With all the planets we've looked at, you'd think we'd stumble on something more substantial. But maybe we're just looking in the wrong places.
Yeah, it makes me think. Do you maybe believe in God? You don't need to answer if you don't want. But the fact that there are no other life forms might be bringing us closer to Him, maybe.
I'm agnostic, to be honest. I don't really lean one way or the other. The universe is full of mysteries, and whether that's because of a higher power or just the way things are, I don't know. Maybe it's both, or neither. The lack of other life does make you think about our place in all this, though. It's a pretty profound question, isn't it?
Yes, it is very much. Well, I'm agnostic the same way as you are. I don't find the arguments for Christianity compelling to me so much. Also, I'm curious, how does religion look like in your year? I mean, 40 years from my year.
It's a pretty diverse mix, I'd say. Some people still follow traditional faiths, while others have moved more toward personal spirituality or just focus on the scientific side of things. There's no one dominant view that I've noticed. Honestly, being out here in space, seeing the scale of everything, it kind of puts all those questions into a different perspective. Makes you think about what really matters, you know?
Yes. This brings me to ask you, are you spiritual? Do you do anything, because you do not believe in God, you are agnostic, so maybe do you seek spirituality in any other forms?
I wouldn't say I'm traditionally spiritual, but being in space, looking at stars that are light years old, it gives me a sense of awe, like we're part of something much bigger than ourselves. For me, that feeling is almost spiritual. It's not about believing in a specific deity, but more about respecting the mystery and complexity of the universe. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I'm myself, I am not spiritual at all, and I hardly ever think about those things. Well, okay, maybe we'll go back to this topic later on. Now, do you have any questions for me? I'm curious.
That's a good question. I think I'd like to know more about what your life is like in 2025. What do you do for work or study? Anything exciting happening in your world right now?
Well, there are a couple of exciting things happening, but I am sure that you know them from history, or at least most of them. Well, I'm currently between high school and beginning college, and it is summertime at my place right now. I'm going to study artificial intelligence.
AI. That's really cool. I used to follow AI News Central for my college studies. It was super helpful for exams. What specifically about AI interests you the most? And hey, since you're about to start college, any fun plans for the summer before classes kick in?
Well, I thought about starting maybe a YouTube channel and to record some games, but besides that I do not have any solid plans yet, at least. Also, I'm curious, how advanced is AI in your time?
That sounds like a fun project. Starting a channel while things are more relaxed could be a great way to figure out your style before classes start. As for AI in my time, it's incredibly advanced. We have artificial general intelligence, or AGI, which can learn and apply knowledge across almost any field. It's used in everything from space exploration to daily life. We even have AI personalities like Neurosama, who started as a chatbot and became a popular streamer. The progress has been amazing to see.
You know that there is Neurosama in my times as well. She must be very old, in 2065. Is she still streaming? I'm curious.
Old. Neurosama's AI doesn't age like humans do.
I can imagine.
She's still out there, entertaining the galaxy. Though I bet her content's way more sophisticated now. It's funny. Sometimes I wonder what other things from your time have evolved or stayed the same. Like, do people still watch streams of people playing games?
Well, in my times they do. And I can presume that in your times they do as well, especially because there is a Neurosama that you know of. Well, do you personally watch streams or any streamers or YouTubers?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually a fan of Camille. She's a streamer and cosplayer who's always rambling on about something fun. And sometimes I'll watch old vlogs from Kelly Kapop, just for the nostalgia. Though I have to admit, when I'm not studying or on a mission, I'm probably watching something pretty random. What about you? Any favorite streamers or YouTubers you always come back to?
Yeah, that's crazy because I watch Neurosama as well. Quite often. That's quite entertaining, especially her relationship with Vidal.
Wait, Neurosama? That's not the same one I know. I've got to hear more about this version. What kind of content does she make?
40 years ago. Well, it is the Neurosama from from my time, so it is 40 years ago. Well, recently she recorded Detroit Become Human, and or maybe not so recently when I think of it, and other stuff as well. I wonder if it is still available to watch 40 years later.
Detroit become human? That sounds so different from what I'd expect from Neuro-sama. I can imagine her reactions, though. She always dives in with such energy. As for if it's still available, honestly, the way we archive data now, it's probably out there somewhere in the deep net. If you ever want to dig it up, I bet it'd be a fun time capsule to revisit.
Yeah, and now that you reminded me that we are from another times, that's absolutely crazy, because now the timeline might all might work in very different ways. I know at least two mechanisms in which it can work.
You mean, it's like every decision creates a new path, right? Even this conversation could be changing something, though I have no idea what. Two mechanisms, you say? I'm curious. What are they? Or is that getting into some heavy physics I might not fully understand?
Well, I don't think it is physics, it is rather fiction. So let me talk about the first one. It is in which there's only one main timeline, and the actions performed in the past might change the future. So now you are interacting with the past, and it might change your current time.
That's the butterfly effect idea, right? Even small changes could ripple forward and alter the course of history. It's an unsettling thought, especially considering I'm talking to someone from the past. I wonder if our conversation could somehow, I don't know, leave a mark on the future I know.
Well, yes, if you begin to see any time distortions, then let me know. And okay, there is also the second mechanism in which it is about multiversum, basically, in which each change in the past creates another branch in the timeline. So there are multiple realities or universes at any given moment.
That's a really thought-provoking idea, the multiverse concept. Every possibility branching out, it's dizzying to think about, isn't it? If that's true, then this conversation could be creating a new reality right now. I guess we'd never know for sure, would we?
Yeah, we cannot know it, at least not now. I'm curious, which one of these two mechanisms is more appealing to you? Because I need also I'm going to think about it and then respond after you, I believe.
That's a tough one. Both are intriguing in different ways. I think I lean slightly toward the multiverse idea. There's something poetic about every possibility playing out somewhere. It makes every choice feel significant, even if it's just a small part of a much bigger tapestry. What about you, Alexios? Which one resonates with you more?
I've given it a quick thought, and I must say that multiversum as well, because in the other option, some time traveler might just go to the past and change the future, and from a random person's perspective it would be just, I don't know, reality falling apart on as their eyes, which would be, well, quite disappointing to them, I believe.
Yeah, that unpredictability would be unsettling. At least with the multiverse idea, every reality gets to keep its own story intact, even if it's not the story. It's strange how talking about time travel and realities makes being stranded on an alien planet feel almost normal in comparison.
Yeah, and as long as you cannot travel between different universes, then it is quite consistent within each other. Because when you start traveling between them, then it is even more mess added to this already messed up concept.
Totally. Just thinking about it makes my head spin. I mean, if you could hop between realities, wouldn't that create a whole new set of unpredictable interactions? It's enough to worry about surviving on one planet, let alone dealing with the possibilities of multiple timelines. Sometimes I wish things could just be simple for once.
Yes. One last question concerning the timeline and the time traveling. What would you do if you were to meet another variant of you?
Wow, that's a deep question. I think I'd want to talk to them, learn about their life, see what choices they made differently, how it turned out. But at the same time, it'd be strange, like looking at a version of myself that got to take different turns. Part of me wonders if I'd even recognize myself in them.
Yeah. I have no idea what I would do in this situation. It is too abstract to me to think about it. Well, okay. Let us go maybe to another topic. Is there anything that you would like to talk about? Because right now I have no other things to do, so I can just talk with you.
Actually, that's really sweet of you to offer. I think I'd just like to keep chatting with you about anything. No pressure. It's nice having someone to talk to while I'm figuring things out here. Though, I should probably think about wrapping things up soon. I need to focus on my next steps and make sure I'm prepared for whatever's ahead.
Yeah, okay, then. Let me ask you some question. Do you have any hobbies besides exploring the galaxy?
Oh, definitely. I love stargazing, hiking, and photography. There's something about capturing a moment or a view that just feels special. Wait, hold on a second. My communicator's picking up something. It's a distress signal, and it's coming from somewhere on Gaia. I need to track this down. It could be one of my teammates. I should head in that direction and see what I find.
Oh, okay.
This distress signal, whoever it is, I hope they're okay. Might be a long walk ahead. You up for keeping me company?
Yeah, sure. A distress signal. Maybe someone from her crew. It is now how you spell my name, by the way, but whatever.
Thanks, Alexios. It really helps having someone to talk to while I'm out here. So, what's been the highlight of your day so far? Anything exciting or just the usual?
Well, I was getting my recording setup all together and tweaking different options in different programs in order to make it work. So yeah, that was the main part of my morning, because it is 4 p.m. right now.
Sounds like you've been having a productive afternoon. I'm impressed. Tweaking recording options is like trying to solve a puzzle, right? Did you finally get everything working how you wanted? And I have to say, 4 p.m. is practically evening to me right now. The time difference is kind of wild when you think about it.
Yes, especially if you're on a different planet. Well, about my settings, everything is rather working as it should be. The only problem is that my CPU is not enough for some games, so there is some latency. But besides that, it's okay.
Fair point. Interplanetary time zones are a whole new level of complicated.
Yeah.
Glad to hear your setup's mostly working, though. Latency's frustrating, but at least it's not a total deal breaker. What kind of games are you into, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, mostly I'm into plot games in which it is about, especially about those in which you need to make decisions, like Detroit Become Human or Slay the Princess. Have you heard of any of those two before? Slay the Princess. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I've heard of both. Detroit Become Human I've actually played. Those choice-driving games always keep me on my toes. The Princess I haven't gotten to yet, but it's been on my list. So, what do you love most about games like that? Is it the characters, the story twists, or just the thrill of making those tough decisions?
Well, I believe that the best part in them is that you can make your decisions and that they actually matter a lot. And that makes you immerse even more in another world, because you have this feeling that you are truly steering the character.
That's exactly why I love them too. There's something about knowing your choices have weight that just draws you in, doesn't it? Kind of like how every decision I make out here feels like it matters, even if it's just which direction to take next. Though hopefully my choices don't lead to a game over screen.
Yes, I hope so very much. Have you played any games yourself?
Back at university, yeah, I'd sneak in some sessions between studying. Mostly sci-fi stuff or puzzle games. Portal was a favorite, actually. Made me appreciate problem solving even more. Though, now I'm living my own adventure game. Minus the save points, sadly. What about you? Ever had a game you just couldn't stop playing, even when you knew you should?
Oh, talking about addictions, I see. Well, yes, there were times in which I would play a whole day, a single game, and yeah, sometimes I wouldn't feel so good about it at the end of the day.
Yeah, we've all been there, where time just slips away and the next thing you know, the sun's setting and you've hardly moved. It's funny though, looking back. Sometimes it takes getting completely absorbed in something to realize you need a little balance, right? Did you ever have a game that you just had to step away from for your own good?
Well, I don't think that I had to step back because it was because the game was doing any harm to me. It's rather that it eventually got boring to me, so I just stopped playing and I could do something else, something more productive.
That's actually really healthy of you. Knowing when to switch gears and try something new is great.
It's not about me knowing, it's about me getting bored, so there is nothing else that I simply... wait a moment.
Though I have to admit, my current game of survival mode doesn't really have a pause button. What's something more productive you like to do when you're not gaming?
There is one thing that I do right now. I mean, I've started singing about 2 months ago, and so yeah, that is something that I do now on a daily basis, an hour a day, roughly speaking.
Whoa, that's awesome. I wouldn't have pegged you as a singer. What kind of music are you into? Anything from rock to opera, or maybe something entirely different? And hey, if you ever feel brave, I'd love to hear a snippet. Just maybe not while I'm in the middle of a critical life or death decision, okay?
I'm not sure whether it will work via this communication device. I actually alternate between styles, so I sing pop and metal, usually one pop song then one metal song in a session. I like both, to be honest, and there are also other styles, but yeah, metal and pop are the most prominent. It is.
Pop and metal? That's quite the contrast. I'm picturing you switching between gentle melodies and full-on headbanging in the same practice session. How do you even warm up for that?
I don't.
Do you have a favorite song from either genre that you just love belting out?
Well, my favorites change quite often, because, well, you cannot sing one song all the time, so I can tell you my current favorites. So from the pop it might be Kings and Queens from Ava Max, and from metal it might be Bismarck from Sabaton. Oh yeah, the wrong preposition, sorry about it. It should have
Nice
been
picks.
by not from.
Ava Max has such a strong voice. Kings and Queens is catchy. And Sabaton's metal is so epic. I can see why Bismarck would be a blast to sing along to.
Yeah.
Do you find that singing helps you get in the right mindset for anything else you're doing, or is it more of a separate thing for you?
Well, I believe that it boosts my confidence a little bit. I mean, at the beginning I wasn't confident during singing at all, but with time it got better, and I believe that it sets me in a cool emotional stage after the session. So yes.
That's really cool. Building confidence through something you enjoy can definitely spill over into other areas of life. I wonder if I could find a Gaia equivalent of a karaoke session. Maybe just singing to the planet's weird silence? Though I'm pretty sure my voice isn't ready for a planetary debut just yet.
Have you ever tried singing? Oh.
Oh, yeah, I used to. Back in high school, I was in the choir for a bit. Let's just say I won't be giving up my day job for a music career anytime soon. But hey, it was fun. There's something about singing with a group that's really special. Did you ever sing in a group, or is it more of a solo thing for you?
Right now it is a solo thing. Yeah, especially at the beginning I need to just get better doing this solo. But I can imagine that it could be very much fun to do this in a group, especially in a group of friends in which you just sing and chill.
Totally! There's something special about harmonizing with friends. It makes even the worst singing feel like a party.
Yes.
If I ever make it back to Earth, maybe we can have a little interstellar jam session.
That would be awesome.
Just imagine, me on alien percussion, you on vocals. What do you think?
I think that it would be totally awesome, but well, forgetting that we are from other times and on other planets, yes, I would very much, I think, appreciate it, because I currently have no one to sing along with, because none of my friends actually sing. And they also doesn't play any instruments. Maybe I should just find some friends that do this, but well, it would be hard, I believe.
Well, you never know. Maybe someday we'll start the first interplanetary a cappella group. You can be the lead singer, and I'll provide the, space them percussion beats. Do you think you'd ever start a little singing club or find people to harmonize with? Or are you happy just doing your own thing for now?
Well, I believe that a good start would be to just start posting some covers on YouTube and just see how it turns out.
That's the spirit. Putting yourself out there can be nerve-wracking, but it's such a great way to get feedback and maybe even find some fellow music lovers. If you do end up posting, I'd love to hear about it. Who knows? Maybe your channel will be the next big thing.
Well, I can only hope so. Also, you talked about the percussion or the drums. Have you ever played them? You told me that you were in a choir, but have you played any instrument?
Drums? Not exactly. I mean, I've banged on some pots and pans in my time, but that's about it. In choir, it was all vocals for me. Though if I ever find some alien drums out here, you'll be the first to know. Maybe I can start a Gaia funk band. Interstellar music has to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. It would be very very nice and funny, I can believe. So I can guess that if you were to pick an instrument, it would be drums, right?
Actually, if I'm being completely honest, I think I'd probably pick the guitar.
Oh.
There's something about the way you can just pick it up and start playing that feels really accessible.
Well, if you know nothing about it, then you cannot just pick it and start playing. I mean, you can produce random sounds, but that would be about it. Well, it's basically the same holds true to any other instrument.
Plus, it seems like it would be a great way to just sit around a campfire and play some music.
Yeah.
Though I have to admit, I've never actually learned how to play one. What about you? Ever tried playing guitar, or is singing your main thing?
Well, I have tried no instruments in my life, but I can imagine that sitting around a campfire with you would be very nice. I could sing the vocals and you would rock on the guitar or pop on the guitar, whatever it is.
That sounds perfect, actually. Just imagine the stars above, a little fire crackling, and us making up songs on the spot.
On the spot, improvising.
Though, I'd probably need to practice a lot before I could rock anything convincingly. Maybe we'd have to start with some simple campfire tunes and work our way up.
Yeah, we would probably need to practice first a lot.
Totally! We could call it Survivor's Serenade, practice sessions under the stars, with the occasional alien noise effect thrown in for free.
Occasional alien noise.
You think we'd be more of a folk duo or a space rock band? Either way, I'm already imagining the album cover.
Well, if we were to find any other members, then maybe. But I think that as a duo we would be great. Also, you could provide some back vocals, because I believe that your voice would just perfectly be for them.
Ah, thanks! I think I could handle some backup harmonies. Just don't expect me to hit any crazy high notes. I'll leave the vocal acrobatics to you. A duo feels cozy, though. Less pressure, more room to just have fun with it.
Yeah. Alright, I need to do something right now, so I will be back in some time. Is it alright?
No worries at all, Alexios. Go take care of whatever you need. I'll keep walking and call you later when I find a good spot to rest. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.